Hey there guys, Toothpaste Tuber here. Welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, hey there guys. Sorry it's taking me so long to get a video on this out, but yeah, stuff happened. Anyway, I'm back, and today I'm going to be playing Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. Let's start a new save. We're in Career. Let's go YouTube, and we'll call it. And which flag should we pick? I'm gonna pick retro. I like this version. YouTube, of course, since I'm a derp, I spelled it wrong, and can't seem to get my cursor on the correct thing. There we are. Difficulty options, we're going to keep as normal. Let me just refresh my memory on these. Yes, okay. Let's get to it. Start career mode. So, you guys know a little while, well, actually, more than a little while, about a year, and I'm not as proficient as some YouTubers are at this game. Notably, Marcus House and Quill18 and stuff are way ahead of me. I'm not. I just play the game for fun, and they play it for a bit more important stuff. They play it for actually learning how to build rockets and send them to different bodies. But I just play for fun. So there's also going to be a bit of a tutorial as well as a hangout sesh. It's going to be gameplay and tutorial. So, first of all, let's go to mission control, the little building behind the VAB, the Vehicle Assembly Building. I can't speak. So, first launch. We can definitely do this. And gathering scientific data from Kerbal, we can do that as well. So, having those two quests in our quest bar, contracts, they're actually called, not quests. Having those two contracts in our bar, we can go to the Vehicle Assembly Building and check this game. Taking a bit to load because my computer is a potato, but here we go. We have Mark 1 command pod here. This is going to house a Kerbal. Right now it has monoprop in it, monopropellant. We're not going to use that. Let's put a Flea solid rocket booster down here. Don't worry about the names, just I judge by the pictures what the heck they are. Flea, pretty small, nothing too big. Solid rocket fuel, thrust limiter, we can actually limit this thrust and not kill our Kerbal. Have a bit of a longer flight. And let's put a parachute on there, because we don't want to have our Kerbal die. Also, let's put these on here. These are mystery goo containers, and from these we can collect scientific data. And this will facilitate us buying new rocket parts and generally help us get to the moon and other celestial bodies. So let's see, we don't have any other notable stuff, a couple girders, some wings. But besides that, go down here into the bottom left hand or bottom right hand. Go down here into the bottom right hand of your screen. There's the solid rocket booster here highlighted and the parachute here. These two things basically facilitate which will blow first. When you hit the spacebar, this will go, and after 1 second of delay, this will go if you hit the spacebar again. They won't automatically go. You have to manually press the separation key, spacebar. But yeah, let's call this the Flea 1, because I like naming things after the rocket booster upon which they will on. Yeah, here we are. The Flea 1. Really cool little thing. Basically, Jebediah Kerman is at the controls. We can press C to get a view that he gets. This is the cockpit. That's the front. Behind me is the back. This is the window. It's upside down. That's kind of derpy, but that's how it works. Click this interior overlay button. That's why it's upside down. To look out, he has to press his face upside down against the glass. So, that's how it goes. Right now, we'll hit SAS. To enable SAS, you hit T. And, yeah. Let's collect scientific data first. Crew report from the launch pad. That will get us our gather scientific data. We have to recover or transmit it to get that thing fulfilled. But let's actually hop out, too. Take the data from that and EVA report. I assume that someone watching this knows a fair amount about the game, about as much as I do, if not a little less. So I'm kind of talking down to most viewers. I apologize, but I want new viewers to understand what is going on. Alright, let's hit the space bar and launch this baby into space. As you see, we're gaining speed very quickly. We're going at 100 meters per second already. And soon we'll be going even faster, but because I thrust limited this thing, it's burning through fuel a bit slower than it otherwise would, and we're getting less G-force on poor Jebediah. Now I'm actually holding D to yaw over, to basically flatten out my trajectory a little bit. Hopefully we'll land in the ocean off the coast. This may not be, but it may also. Because this capsule actually has some aerodynamic lift. Blue is lift, red is drag. You can press F12 to view these forces. Blue basically means, hey, we're getting lift from the wind underneath us. And red is the drag. The more speed you have, generally, the more drag you also have. We are actually going to land in the ocean for certain, so I'm going to pop the chute by hitting spacebar one more time and disable SAS. Now let's take our scientific data from flying over Kerbal. The goo jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. We can also take a crew report. You can see underwater topography. That's really cool. As I can, right there. There's a ridge. You cannot EVA while you have an unupgraded astronaut complex, it appears. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but we'll have to upgrade that before we go into space. And when we do, we can actually EVA in space. Let's flip this thing upside down, if I can. Probably can't. No, I can't. Oh well. So, when this parachute goes in right now... Oh! The G-forces! Ow, poor Jebediah. Probably has a migraine now. But now, we descend at a very tranquil speed of about 7 meters per second down toward the ground. In this case, the water. And there's our shadow. That's weird, there's a second shadow. That's the one on the ocean floor. And anyway, here we are. Oh my. Okay. We have collided with the ground. Now, let's pop out. Again, take the data we've found. Do another EV report from Kerbal's water this time. That's a new biome. And we can do another crew report from the water. That was a lot of science. Let's recover the vessel, and we'll get all that science. I'm so pumped. Yeah, almost 30 science we gained. Parts, we recovered 2,663 funds. Let's go into the VAB and check the actual cost of the thing. 28. And we got our contracts. We got money from those. You get money from contracts in the game. Let's see how much they were paying. Archives. Yep. That's an advance. Just to launch our first vessel. The completion is this. We earned a lot of funds. Now we have a bunch of these observational surveys. We don't need to do any of those right now. We really don't. Let's see. Breach the atmosphere, flying an altitude of 70,000 meters to achieve this goal, escaping the atmosphere. That is a little bit above us right now. We're not quite there. Let's go to the R&D department, where we can buy both of these research nodes with the science available. See, we have about 30 after those two $5 purchases. Or 5 science points. So, we had about 40. Do we want to go with, for 18, stability, survivability, which gives us a lot of stuff. Or rocketry, general rocketry. Thumper solid rocket boosters. With these under our belts, we might be able to go into space. This is always a tough decision. I'm gonna go with general rocketry. And we cannot afford either one of the others. So, let's get into it. Okay. So, let's see. Go to the VAB and scrap the Flea 1. That is still in our saved crafts, but we're not going to be using it. We're going to be building the Flea 2. Or, actually, in this case, it won't be the Flea 2. It'll probably be the Thumper. Now we also, since we have a non-upgraded facility, have to watch out for mass. This is 8.4 out of 18 possible tons. 2 parts, though, out of 30 right now. Don't worry, you can get more. And this handy little engineer's report will also alert us to several issues that we may be having with the spacecraft. Yes, there is a parachute missing. I know that. Thank you. But sometimes it says unused non-propellant source, which it did, which means we need to get rid of it for extra weight. We can actually close all of these goals, advancements, all that. And we have a new science instrument, the Too Hot Thermometer. By, I believe, Kerbal, yes. Dynamics. We also have some communitrons, which means we can transmit our science back to the ground for a slightly diminished profit. I'm not actually going to be using those. Oh, a decoupler. That will be very handy. I believe I'm going to put a decoupler, hammer, and another decoupler. Then we can put our thumper booster on. Now, if I'm mistaken, I'm not mistaken, okay, we do have enough mass to do this. That's only 12 tons. Alright, so, I am going to enable these, the overlays, because it will tell us where our centers of mass, lift, and thrust are. I'm going to put the center of lift behind the center of mass. If you have ever built planes, then you know that's how it works. Also, I'm going to thrust limit this to about, let's see, about 80%. And, yeah, so what should we call this? I think a very good answer would be the Thumper 1. And of course I put 2 because I'm a derp. Alrighty. Now let's add some scientific instruments. We are not going to be able to collect these during launch itself. I'm actually going to put, since we're going up at least to the upper atmosphere, and probably into space, I'm going to put 4 on here. Just put them in nice places like this. Also, turning on local, we can move those in so they're not quite so bulbous. Also, we could put, I think, 3 of these? Yes, I'm just thinking of how many biomes we'll probably pass through. 3 should be plenty. Also, let's move those here. Not quite there. Okay. Alrighty then. Think we're ready to launch. Now let's just check our staging. Let's put that down there, that down there, and that there. Okay. This will deploy an altitude higher than normal, 2,000, because I want it to be safe. Alright, let's launch. Hey there guys, editing me here. I just realized that this clip is kind of weird, so basically I realized that I didn't accept the contract, so I did accept it and did some last minute edits to my spacecraft and launched. Alright, here we are. Sorry about that little kerfuffle, I'll probably edit that out and explain it in editing, but yeah, let's get our scientific data first from the launch pad. This will be our thermometer data, which it's a new instrument. We haven't seen this yet. It's a thermometer. You guys know what a thermometer is. I don't need to explain that. What I do need to explain is that I'm about to hit the space bar. 3, 2, 1. And away we go. Off into the wild blue yonder, you might say. Alright, so here we go. Burning up. I never know what to talk about during these videos, because I feel like whatever I say, it's going to sound like mindless chatter. Which, to a degree, it is. Alright, we've got our temperature scan. We are pitching over a slight bit more than I'd like. Actually, no, never mind. Not really. We could stand to pitch over a bit more, in fact. Crew report. Flying over curving shores. The shores look inviting as you watch the waves roll in. Man, you have really sharp eyes if you can see waves from all the way up here. Alright, we're getting really heavy. Heavy heating effects at this point. Oh gosh. Okay, good. I'm gonna wait to ditch this, because it'll start this. In fact, let's just manually separate that decoupler, so that we don't have the extra weight dragging us down. We're going to reach 43 kilometers at our apoapsis. I'm actually going to burn now. Burn very laterally. So that we do get to 70 kilometers. That's our main goal. But our secondary goal is not to burn up the atmosphere and lose all of our stuff, so... Yes, we will be going very fast, but we'll also be going very shallow. There we go. There we go, so now, we haven't lost any of our stuff. Which is close. Alright, Kerbin's upper atmosphere. Let's get some of that. Getting in on that. Upper atmosphere stuff. Alright, let's get rid of this. Bye, booster. You've been very helpful. Alright. Now we just wait. Wait until space. Alright, here we go. Watch up in this top right-hand corner. Yay! We've gotten our stuff. Hallelujah! We've gotten our stuff. So, now let's take some crew, or goo reports. Of course we have goo and crew. Let's see, is there a thermometer yet unused? Yes. Temperature scan from way up here in space. At this point, let's flip around using our wonderful magical reaction control systems and SAS. Let's hope we don't burn up, huh? We're going actually pretty slowly. At around 1500 meters per second. Believe it or not, yes, that is pretty slow for a rocket. Observation from the upper atmosphere, I believe that is one we already have, but I'm going to take it just in case. Let's let go of SAS at this point. No, don't burn up our stuff. Don't burn up our stuff! This is my science. I want to keep my beautiful baby science. I'm inducing that. To try and slow myself down. Okay, good. It's getting cooler. Oh, that's close. There's beautiful Minmus off in the distance. Let's see. Can I see it out the window? Oh, no, but I can see the moon. We're getting to you, moon. We are. Someday. Alright. At any rate, the camera is still kind of wiggly. Alright. We've survived, guys. No, wait, what is that? Is that Minmus? Is it Minmus? Yes, it is. Looked like it moved kind of weirdly for a second. I don't know. Could be just me and my janky camera angles, but... Alright, we popped the chutes. Chutes, please open. Okay, there. That was close. A bit too close for my liking. And we're about to splash down. There we go. Jebediah, you and your science have come home safely. Yep, just report from the waters. Actually, let's take this data, go back in and log the temperature again. Now we get water scans. And also, I believe, water scans with goo. Okay, wonderful. Let's recover our vessel. That about wraps things up. Alright, well, we've accomplished much in our first video Kerbal Space Program. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I do hope you enjoy. Sorry about the couple issues that I had while recording this. I'll do my best to edit them out. Feel free to have at me in the comments below if you do think I did things wrong, and as always, toothpaste on.